Hi friends, it's Deanna Williston from Our Blooming Catholic Life, and again, I'm having another one of those days. So I had a spectacular surprise planned for all of you. It didn't work out, and it was somebody I was going to interview, hopefully get a few little things for you and get some things for the book. And I was so excited. I've never gotten an interview on this caliber before, and I was so psyched, and I redid everything, spent a lot of time working on my outfit and just getting ready and doing tons of research for this interview. First day it didn't happen. That was on their end and very apologetic, totally understandable. And then today I have literally no idea what happened. They're just, the links weren't there or whatever, and it didn't happen again. I tried everything I could think of, not sure what happened. And yes, there was a freak out on my part. I was calm for about 15 minutes, and then there was about a 5-minute freak out. I'm apologizing to my husband in a minute. And yeah, I mean, a couple times in it I prayed, and I think that's why the freak out was only 5 minutes. And we've all had that, right? You think something really, this is it. This is your moment. You've arrived and it's going to happen. And it doesn't. And it's okay. I just thought I'd take this time to say, hey, that's okay. There's two things that can be happening. One, it may not be the thing for you. I mean, you may think it's the perfect thing. It's going to do, it's just everything aligned. You know, God coincidences, God incidences, right? And everything came together. It was the perfect blessing. And maybe it was, and maybe it wasn't, right? Sometimes things just all seem to come together. And I can't begrudge the fact, look, I think I look really good today. I know there for a while, I was making videos for you wearing like this super old comfy t-shirt that I wore before I lost all the weight, so it was huge on me. It was a little, what was I thinking? I am sorry I disrespected you that way. You're worth more to me than that. I shouldn't even be doing that around the house. Yeah, go do your cleaning in your sloppy clothes, but then go present yourself up. Go wash up and put your good, nice clothes on again. Even just walking the dog on these days I was supposed to have the interviews, it made a difference in the neighborhood that I had dressed up a little bit and taken a little bit more time for my appearance. It does work. So I can't be mad about that. Cleaned the porch. The porch, I did that for the retreat I was having with my friend out here. We were watching a virtual retreat together. I would rather be at the retreat in live and in person, but I have to say that experience with one of my best friends, even though last night during the virtual retreat, there was this horrific thunderstorm, I found myself being in like, yo, at us, because we're at 100% volume and it's a thunderstorm. We really sat there with our ears like this to hear. I mean, we were so close to the screen. But we were not giving up a second of our retreat to that storm. It wasn't taking that experience from us. And it ended up just a gorgeous, gorgeous experience. So sometimes you think everything's lining up the right way and it doesn't work out. And that can be okay too. It can still be what was meant. It can still be what was meant to be. And I do think I grew even from this experience. Even though the opportunity didn't work out, I found out that I think I could really do it. I did the research that was required, right? I got the interview to start with, which was a miracle right there. I did all the research. I did everything. I prayed over it. I sang hymns this morning. You know, I was so psyched to do it. I think I did everything right and it didn't work out. And that's okay for now. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to stop trying. And it's really funny because the person I was going to interview had a similar experience when she was writing her book, that there were a lot of crazy snafus. And so I actually find that kind of encouraging in a way. So I'm kind of empowered by it, and that's how I'm going to take it. But I don't want to leave you guys out. So I had, you know, my Our Blooming Catholic Life mug out here. This picture, like, I don't even look like that anymore, I feel like. But anyway, I have the questions in here. Sorry, I will do it like this. I'm going to answer my own questions, my icebreaker questions. Thought you might enjoy that. Let's see. I'm just going to pick 3. There's like 5 in here. Favorite hymn. That is a tough one because I would, like, how do you pick a favorite hymn? My husband said to me the other week something about, I don't have any hymns memorized. Is that a thing? Do people not memorize hymns? I was like devastated when he said that. I was just like in complete shock. This morning I was singing, Undivided Trinity. God bless the Holy Trinity, undivided unity, holy God, mighty God, God immortal, be adored. That's what I was singing as I was walking down the road. There are so many I love. Some I love because I still hear my grandmother's voice singing them. I'm tearing up just thinking about it. And those were normally Marian hymns, and that probably started an early devotion to Mary for me. Because it wasn't even that my grandmother had the most beautiful voice. The love in her voice, though. The love in her voice. That love and devotion that she had to Mary kind of reflected back to me the love and devotion that Mary had to her, the love and devotion that Mary has to Jesus. And that all comes together to me when I sing those hymns and I belt them out, and I know I can't sing and it's awful. So Marian hymns. And of course, I'm Franciscan. All Creatures of Our God and King is absolutely, definitely a favorite. So do I have one single favorite? I really can't say that I do. Silent Night, maybe. Which I have always sung in German even before I learned German in high school. And learned German in high school. Let's be clear about that. But yes, absolutely. Stille Nacht. I love to sing it in German. There's something about that hymn. Which again, I find really, really a great moment for me, because being a secular Franciscan and how much St. Francis loved the baby Jesus and the nativity scene, right? He started that whole celebration of the nativity scene, kind of ties in with my deep love of the hymn Silent Night. My favorite thing to pray on beads. I mean, originally I would have said the rosary. And I really fell in love with the rosary even more when I read Immaculate. I'm not going to say her name right. Immaculate. I think most people know her just by her first name. Immaculate's book on the rosary. Most people read her book on the Rwandan genocide and stop there, but she has other books. Her book on the rosary was so beautiful to me. And so I'm like, somehow I never realized that the mysteries of the rosary were in chronological order. Never realized that. So her book on the rosary, I don't even have one to hold up and show you because I gave it to a friend because I loved the book so much. So that's when I fell in love with the rosary. The Divine Mercy Chaplet, when I fell in love with that, I was actually making all twine rosaries for Rosary Army and shipping them off to them. I don't know if you guys remember that. I don't think that group is still around. They had a podcast for a while, right? And a radio show. I'm not sure what's going on with them right now. But from there, at some point I saw this, it was something about praying the Stations of the Cross on your rosary, like St. John Paul II did. And from there, I got to the Mark Mallet CD, and it's with one of the Marian Fathers up in Stockbridge. Let me see if I can find that for you quick. Mark Mallet, let's see. It's with Father Don Calloway. Okay, so he does it with Father Don Calloway. It's the Divine Mercy Chaplet, prayed to the Stations of the Cross. It's a 2008 edition. I don't think it's available as CD anymore, but you can buy it as an MP3 download. And it does go through, so you have to pray it several times to get through all the Stations of the Cross. Let me see if I can play a couple seconds for you so you get an idea of it.
The 10th station. Jesus is crucified.
So what you're hearing here is the dramatic music that accompanies each of the little reflections on a station of a cross. It's dramatized. I'm going to stop it there because this one is devastating. And so I started praying that, and besides the chaplet on there, there's also some songs at the end of each section of 5 Stations of the Cross. And so I fell in love with the Divine Mercy Chaplet from there. And then, Franciscan Crown Rosary. So the Franciscan Crown Rosary, or the Joyful Mysteries of the Rosary, I pray every day. Divine Mercy Chaplet, a simple one I try and get in every day. It doesn't get in every day, but on Fridays I do. If I'm feeling the real need, I go to that Divine Mercy Chaplet with the Stations of the Cross. That's probably way more than you wanted to know. Let's do just one more and we'll wrap this up for you. Let's see. Favorite saint. And of course it's St. Francis of Assisi. But there's also St. Catherine of Alexandria. That is my confirmation saint. I've been devoted to her since my childhood. I just love that. When I speak, I grew up on a median strip, folks, between the mountain and the river in a small railroad town. I like to say I was raised by dogs and chipmunks. Like, I was the youngest grandchild on both sides. I was outside a lot by myself. I do not have couth. I do not have manners. I do not, I'm not eloquent. I'm not. I wish I was. I'm not. And so St. Catherine of Alexandria spoke to me because when she gave her testimony, she converted everyone in the courtroom who was persecuting. She converted all her persecutors. I wish when my mouth opened, that's what people heard, the love of Christ and Christ's love for them. And so that's why St. Catherine of Alexandria. And I think I'll leave it there. I hope, friends, that when I speak, you don't hear me. When you see me, even when I'm dressed up nice or whether I'm dressed down, you don't see me. You see Christ. You hear Christ. And that is my wish for you, friends, that you know that how much Christ, His Mother, the Holy Father, the Holy Spirit, how much they love you. And yeah, how much they love you and they want to be in union with you. And all you have to do is you say yes. Say yes, Jesus. I want that. I want you in my life. I want that. I want to know the Holy Trinity more and more. And then as you fall deeper in love with them, you will spend more time with them, right, friends? You'll spend more time with them, grow more like them. Hopefully, you will come to the Catholic Church. And because it's the only church even that has the Eucharist, the body and blood, soul and divinity of Jesus Christ, that He offered for you, that He still offers for you, and the representation of His sacrifice in the Holy Mass, and that you can have that body and blood, soul and divinity of Jesus Christ given to you. You can take it into you now and become more and more like Him. That's my wish for me, and it's absolutely my wish for you. God bless you, friends, and have a blessed day. And don't forget, sometimes things get all aligned and you think God is lining things up for you one way, but don't be discouraged if He's lining them up a slightly different way for you. God bless, friends. Amen.